Hi, this is Joe again with another review. I say in this video, I'm going to be discussing, the 1990 film, The Godfather Part 3, starring Al Pacino, Talia Shire, Andy Garcia, and Sofia Coppola. And of course, it's the big controversy of this film, which we're going to get into. Of course, this film happens 16 years after the events of Godfather 2. And so it really took a really long time for another Godfather film to come out. And this movie came out the same year as Goodfellas and Dancing with Wolves. So it was overshadowed by those two particular films, and which Dancing with Wolves ended up winning the Oscar for Best Picture. So, and besides that, they already gave the Oscar twice for Best Picture for the first two Godfather films. So I don't think they're going to do it again for the third one, considering the fact that the third movie is pretty much like a rehash of the first two films. By a long shot, which we're going to get into. Like I said, this movie takes place it was literally 16 years after the events of the Godfather 2. And if you find, I think practically the whole movie was in flashbacks, because you see Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, sitting in his house or outside his house in Florida, wherever the hell it's supposed to be. And the first 10-15 minutes of the movie is a recap of what happened in the first two films. I think it's almost like a recap of what happened. Because like I said, it's been 16 years since the last Godfather film came out. So those people who have not seen the first two films got a recap, like a 10-15 minute recap of what happened in the previous two films. So which is, it's not totally unexpected. Then you had what goes on afterwards, in this film. And like I said, it as Sofia Coppola as Al Pacino's daughter, and this is what big controversy because she was the real life daughter of Francis Ford Coppola, the director of the Godfather films, Apocalypse Now and The Outsiders and some other films. He cast his daughter in this film, so it's kind of a little bit of nepotism there. And not criticizing Sofia Coppola, she was a gorgeous woman. I'm not saying that. I think she also was a model as well in real life, playing the daughter in this thing, because this is going to be the last film, and it was the last film made, and to have his own daughter playing a major part, it's really ridiculous. Of course, you also had Andy Garcia, who plays the son of Sonny, the James Caan character from the original film, who of course gets bumped off. And of course, Sonny was actually, I think it was like the godson of Vito Corleone, the Marlon Brando character. So family obligation, and Andy Garcia took part of the family business. Of course, you also had Talia Shire, who of course was in the first two films. So also Francis Ford Coppola. They complain about Sofia Coppola being in this film. What about Talia Shire? I like Talia Shire because naturally she was in the Rocky movies, but she was also the brother. Not the brother. She's the sister of Francis Ford Coppola. So how about that for nepotism? You have your sister in the movie in all three films, and your daughter. So people don't complain about Talia Shire in this because people like her for Rocky, or being the Rocky series. But how about being Michael Corleone's sister in the Godfather films? They don't say boo about that, only Sofia Coppola, because they say her acting was lousy. She wasn't that bad. I've seen worse acting performances than her. Look up Kim Basinger, folks. We want to see some bad acting performances. I think that Talia Shire had more to do in this movie than in the first two films combined. She did more stuff in this thing. At least I felt that way. And it was ironically that before I continue, The Godfather 3 came out in 1990, the same year that the fifth Rocky film came out, which was also the last time Natalia Shire played Adrian. So two most roles that Natalia Shire is known for, that her acting in those two roles ended in the same year, 1990, which is ironic. So to continue, you had Andy Garcia in it and Sofia Coppola, or Mary Corleone. They kind of had like a little bit of an affair, infatuation going on. Even though they're not blood related, consider them a cousin. Or Andy Garcia and Sofia Coppola's characters are considered themselves cousins. And not only that, Michael Corleone considered them cousins. And they loved each other. And Michael Corleone tries to stop the whole thing. He said, look, you shouldn't be seeing each other. I mean, I don't mind if you see each other once in a while, but your cousins is not appropriate relationship you guys are having. And Sophia and Mary keeps going, oh, I love him, Dad, and all that stuff. And he goes, he said, Uncle, it's we do love each other. And I said, yeah, but I want you to sit, because I know that you're getting more and more into the business here. I don't want you to be involved with my daughter. If you're not involved in the business, I'll say, okay, I'll give my permission for you to date my daughter. But if you're going to be in the business, I don't want my daughter to be involved in this business, in the family business. But more and more, actually, Michael Corleone wants to take the Corleone family legit, and he got like this big deal from the Pope. For money from the Vatican bank account, and we had one Pope who died, and a new Pope came in, and he signed off on it, and not too long after he signed off on it, that Pope was killed. So you had that subplot going on, and also you have a subplot where trying to make the whole thing legit, and Michael Corleone, and the most quotable line from this particular Godfather film, I think it's probably just as much quoted as they're going to make him an offer he can't refuse from the original film. This line, which was, every time I try to pull, every time I think that I'm out, they pull me back in. On the family business, on the violence of the mafia, pulls them back in and take care of this stuff. And that's what Michael Corleone does, because there's this very famous scene when they had this confab in Atlantic City, in one of the mafia-run hotels in Atlantic City, and they had this whole big shootout with a helicopter nearly kills everybody except for Michael Corleone. He got out. Andy Garcia's character, he got out, and I think also Mary got out. Not only Mary was there, but also Talia Shire's character, she was in there too, and they all ended up getting out, but everyone else got whacked. And I think that Michael Corleone was involved in it, and so now he was to get. Michael Corleone wants to get revenge on them, which of course eventually does happen in this film, and that is going on while he's getting the money from the Pope. I mean, you have all that stuff, crazy stuff going on. It's almost like a rehash of the other two films. That's probably why this one didn't do quite so well, because the other two movies are considered classics and Oscar-winning films and all that, and this one, like the same rehash, and not only that, but 1990, as I referenced earlier, Goodfellas came out the same year. So it's like, who's going to do that again? So you have Matt. Well, Michael Corleone got revenge on Andy Garcia, even though Michael Corleone says don't do it. Michael Corleone did do that, and of course you also have I forgot the guy's name, Joe Montana. He was also the voice of Fat Tony in the Simpsons cartoon. He was the rival of Andy Garcia's character, and Andy Garcia put a hit on him and killed him. And now Andy Garcia is fully involved with the mafia and the unofficial family business. And so now since that happened, I'm not going to put kibosh on the whole relationship with Andy Garcia and Sofia Coppola, or Mary in the film. And of course, when that happens, Mary gets all pissed off over it, and of course, at the end of the movie, was going to give away anyway. the Sofia Coppola's character gets killed off at the end of the movie, and you thought that was. I think you've seen the movie like once, and I thought that Michael Corleone gets killed off. But meanwhile, was Sofia Coppola's character gets killed off, and the movie ends the way the movie started with Michael Corleone sitting in a chair remembering what had happened, and that's pretty much how the movie ends. I mean, I thought this movie was. I thought all the Godfather movies really was like way too long. I mean, I felt that way. Particularly all of them really I felt was like way too long, way drawn out, and or padded out for this film. I think that I know the original movie is based on a book. I know about the other two films. They had like a novel they're based on, but I thought that the third movie was way too long, way too padded out, and it was pretty much bored to tears because, like I said earlier, it's like a rehash of the first two movies. I mean, how many times are you going to get to see like the horse in the bed routine, or which you didn't have only in the first Godfather film, but it didn't repeat it in the other two films. But how many times are you going to get to see guys get whacked? I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, it's trying to glorify the mafia and make like anti-hero stuff, but it's like the same thing all over again. Except for the fact you had Sofia Coppola in it, and there was a controversy because people complained about how she couldn't act. She's only there because her father directs the movie, and all that stuff. Well, but, like I said earlier, how about Talia Shire? I mean, her brother was directed the movie, for crying out loud. Francis Ford Coppola is Talia Shire's brother, for crying out loud. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't make one that claim against one without complaining about the other, in my opinion. But Godfather 3 is like the forgotten sequel of the series, and I mean, I think it would have been a more appropriate ending if Michael Corleone had gotten killed in the end instead of Sofia Coppola. In my opinion, just to put an end on the kibosh of the character, so Al Pacino could like move on to other roles, which of course he did in between the Godfather movies, and of course after this one, because he did win the Oscar like a couple years later for Scent of a Woman, but he never won for this movie or Dog Day Afternoon or Scorpio, but for playing a bitter blind guy. But Godfather 3 was, like I said, it was good. It was okay. I recommend if you haven't been a Godfather fan to finish the whole trilogy. But I felt like the 16-year thing was like way too long in between the two films. I mean, if it was done like maybe even 5 years, maybe it might be too long. If they did like 5 years later, or 6 years later, it might not be as bad. In my opinion, it would not have been as bad if they didn't wait 16 years. In my opinion. So that's my review of Godfather Part 3. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com, that's all WDY, and that's C.com, that's the homepage of your Rally Reviewer. First thing more, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.